Hey, what's up, everyone? So today we have something a little bit different. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them all in the shot, but we have basically a custom combiner using Skylynx and three of the Ractonites. And so this one I've just been calling Ractolynx, um, or AKA on Reddit, Jeff. Um, I don't know why. He told me his name's Jeff. But anyway, as you can see, it's a combiner using the bottom half of Skylynx, just the Lynx part, and then the top part using Arman Ractonite and using three of them. As you can see, um, pretty basic in that you can kind of see the torso is using one of the Ractonite bodies, and then the arms are using the other Ractonite bodies as well. And then the other bits are used to just kind of fill them out. The back is kind of cool. Like a lot of the Fossilizer stuff reminds me of like Aliens. What's his name? Giger. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But yeah, they got that. Yeah, like Aliens look, Prometheus. And I dig it. Like I really dig it. And so yeah, that's his back. Looks pretty clean. And then yeah, side view again. Then he has this nice little contour going across his back. Kind of looks like a horse, but it's like a horror horse, so it's like horse. Oh, that's not a good word. But yeah, that's him. And so let me show you how to make Mr. Nightmare Fuel. He's actually just attached by one 5mm peg and then held down by friction, and not friction, gravity. And so this bit over here is like he's leaning forward, but like you hear that he's gonna get caught on that, so he's not gonna break off or come apart. But that's supporting the 5mm peg. I'm just gonna undo him right now, and it's just it's a good fit. It's just a 5mm peg that's protruding from the bottom of the waist, the waist connector bit that Ractonite has, and then it's just being plugged in to that little hole right there. And then you just cue it, and the front gets supported by that area that I mentioned, and then it's super duper sturdy. Like, should we do the sturdy test? Which is basically I flip him over. Oh, he fell off. Fail. That's all right. When he's not doing the sturdy test, he it's fine. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. And so let me straighten him out. So yeah, dude, look how crazy this guy looks, right? He has a lot of these like cool like piston kind of like pipe mechanism looking things in his neck, his arms and stuff, and over here his rib cages, and that's really just to kind of like fill him out. And so let's break him down into bite-sized bits. So if we look at the arm, it's pretty simple. It's just one Ractonite body using one small leg and using another small leg, using that hip protector covering thing, and then the tail. And that's it. Oh, and then one spear plugged in. And so this is where the kind of magic happens. And so, you know what, let me just remove this part. So this top part, it's like, you can either have it folded in like this, so it becomes like shoulder pauldron, or you have it popped out all like Dr. Octopus, like attack thing, however you want it. So, but anyway, you remove the top part, remove the shoulder sheathing covering. It's a really snug fit. That little hole basically plugs into the top, and like I said, super duper snug. And so this part's really cool. So now inside the Ractonite body thing, there's a hole right here, and that plugs in to that little foot. Kyok. And then that foot extends over, and see that little hole? It plugs into the dark gray bit of the Ractonite skull. And then the white bit, the neck, that plugs into the body. So it's kind of like this. You see that? And then everything, you just kind of plug that in there, and that in there, and then look, oops, it's supposed to move like basically All right, it's not moving. It did, I swear to God, earlier. Oh yeah, see? Kind of like that. Okay, anyway. So that's an arm. Oh, and then you pop that little shoulder bit. And there we go. And then I think like you can situate the head. You know what? I'm gonna just have the face pointing outward because I think it's easier to get in like that. It's not that difficult, but I don't know why I'm just having all this trouble right now. But it's nice and tight in there, nice and snug. So there we have our arm. There we have our arm, and we have two of those. As you can see, they're identical. I mean, however you want to situate them, really, however you want to orient them and stuff. But yeah, they look massive, right? I bet you I could use this for like another combiner later on. Maybe I will. These are kind of tight. Let me put these to the side. Makes me almost want to get a couple more Ractonites. Maybe. All right, so this is the body. It's a little tricky in that there's just a lot of bits folded up in here. So what's important to note is that you will need two of the little waist connector things on the bottom, okay? Then you're going to need two small legs, and you're going to need two large legs. Then you're going to, of course, need the Ractonite torso. You're going to need that hip cover thing. Then you're going to need two more large legs inside here, two more large legs on the back, and then his crest. And so, boy, how to break this down into bite-sized bits. I think we can start with the head. Okay, so the head is actually plugged in. It's not plugged into the torso. It's a bit of an illusion. It's plugged into the back of that the hip covering thing. So let's just pop it off first. And see, so you can see that, and everything's coming apart. So that's just the torso. We'll get to it later. And so this is the head. And so how do we create the head? Okay, so first let's start with the top. The top, where you have the little two holes or the crests, don't have the spears in there actually, not yet at least, because you're going to plug these legs in there. And these two legs are just going to look like this. They're going to have spears on each side. And then, you know what? We won't plug those in yet. And then inside over here is basically another two legs. And as you can see, the top of that leg is plugged into the heel, the bottom part. And then this hole over here, it's going to plug in to the neck bit of the Ractonite. So it kind of closes it off. Yeah, so you have the solid bit. And then from there, you're going to plug in this thing up here where that crest is. And then you're going to plug that thing up here to the crest. And then you just kind of maneuver these around, orient the horns however you want, so that it kind of looks like that. Yeah, so it kind of looks like that. Yeah. And then what's going to happen is that little hole is going to plug into this torso bit, which I'm going to show you now. Okay, so this torso bit, it's the Ractonite body, and it has the waist bit plugged in. As you can see, it's facing the opposite of the face. And then from there, this is a little tricky because there are actually there are three waist bits part of this body right now. And so, boy, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Let's just take off the top bit first then. These legs are, man, this is kind of tough. You know what, let's just start, let's start over here. Disconnect this area, disconnect the hip connector from the body. And then as you can see, it's going to make it like two like kind of independent pieces. And so let's just open up that up. So it's basically these two independent pieces. All right, this is going to be a better way to look at it. So this is just the Ractonite body, and it looks like a little kid sitting down with his legs splayed out to the side. And underneath, you have the hip connector plugged in. Easy peasy, right? Yeah, that's pretty easy. And then this next bit is hip connector here, connected to one of the big legs that's bent up, connected to another one of the big legs that's bent up, plugged into another hip connector, which is then plugged into that hip protector cover thing that's plugged into a tail. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing a horrible job explaining it, but it's okay. So you just pop this open, and then what you're doing is you're connecting that into here. And then you after you get that into there, you're basically just kind of wrapping this around and plugging that back in. You see that? That's what you're doing. Lord. I'm getting super frustrated right now. And I just want to throw this because I'm messing up the camera angle and stuff too. But that's what it looks like at the end. So you got those two pieces that you basically hug together, and that forms the torso. There goes the torso. That's the neck bit that we plug into right there. It's kind of cool. You see like the foot resting on the head, so it has good support. And then you just plug in one of the arms. Cute. And then you can either leave that shoulder pauldron right there, or you can, you know, splay it out. However, let's have it tucked in for now. And then you plug in the other one. Situate the head however you want. Like that. That's it. And then we get Lynx. Then we plug that back bit in. And he is good to go. He's good to go. Cool, huh? So, yeah. Like I said, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. And sorry, I don't know, I didn't do as good of a job as I would have liked, but all gravy. Thanks for hanging out and, spending time together. And be cool, be kind, and for those of you who always watch to the end, my loving 10% of viewers who stay to the end of the video, like I said, man, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone too, but the fact that you watch all the minutes that I actually record, thank you so much. All right, anyway, have a good day. Bye-bye.